So this is my first VOD review, so
Oh,
bit of an
really?
interesting one.
I swear I've seen you in here all the time.
I've yeah, I've been here for about 2 weeks now since I've
Mhm.
joined, but I've kind of just been a bit too self-conscious to submit a VOD, so
Mhm.
first time. Um, yeah, I mean, like I've just broken into plat, but sometimes I don't feel very effective in the games that I play. So this one is a good example of. I think the game was going pretty badly to begin with,
Mhm.
and then we eventually turned it around. I made some horrendous calls, like quite early on in the game around pulling dragon, and then unfortunately decided to blame a mid laner, which in retrospect it was totally my fault, and I don't know why I blame a mid laner, but yeah, just I'm looking for tips on what fundamentals to improve on to obviously continue my climb out of plat.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, usually FiddleSticks is pretty it will be pretty cut and dry because most of the time champs like Fiddle, people usually make the same mistakes, which is either not fighting without your ult, because obviously FiddleSticks is one of those champs that without his ult, it's kind of similar like Nocturne. He's just completely fucking useless. So anytime FiddleSticks players want to force fights when your ult's down, that's a really obvious mistake. Even like I don't know, even like right now, choosing to. I mean, this okay. Looking on this guy obviously makes sense. You have no camps up. You get 6 off the scrab. You have full control. If he wants to walk into 2v1, then you'll happily try to kill him. This makes sense. Anything past this point now is really scary because you're no no ult
Yeah,
fiddlesticks flashing in. You're just fucking useless. Ends up working out. We get the crab. You want to pull dragon. I think the dragon pull looks good. I mean, the jungle. The jungle has to
second
base.
dragon pool then.
Yeah, the jungle needed to base because you literally chunked him to 1 HP. Uh, so you pull dragon, makes sense. Open to your red, full clear down. I mean, so far everything is normal. We just full cleared into dragon, which is what Fiddlesticks wants to do. Let's say here I would never play for the scrubs. I'll go back to when you press tab for a couple reasons. Actually, top's actually not bad. The way I usually see, mm, top's not doing bad. I think the way I usually see it though is usually the goal when it comes to objectives um, is I just want to make sure they don't get both. So I want to make sure they don't get grubs and they don't get dragon. I just need one of them. Obviously, perfect world is you get both of them. You get 3 grubs and the dragons, and then you're obviously just winning because you're gonna get your objective. But all you really need is just one, and then you're completely happy trading the other one for an XP and gold advantage. What does that mean? Well, in this case, I would just do red, Krugs, red, Raptors, clear down. He does grubs. If he does grubs, then I'm just gonna do both the bot sides, right? You could do just both of these, or you could just go Raptors to his red to his Krugs, and then back to your bot side, right? And obviously you'll have a sneaky artificial flank from behind. Because I look at this top side, it's all about playing for guarantees, right? And I look at this top 3v3, I'm like, is this a guaranteed top 3v3? I'm equal strength to Khazix, we're both 0 kills. He probably also has like 50 CS in Fog of War, right? So we're equal XP, equal gold, right? I have no flash though, and I need setup, and I obviously don't really have the great setup. My top laner is stronger than their top laner. It's nice. I have winning top lane, just barely though. And then I look at mid, and I have losing mid, right? And I'd say if you look at compare top to mid, like the question is Jax winning harder than Vex is winning to Vladimir? That's how you usually thing it, right? And I'd say it's around equal. Um, just off the gold and XP level, same levels, level 7, level 7. Rise is probably hit level 7 too. The point is, everything's about equal. Jungle is completely equal. Top's winning, but mid's losing. So it's top. So then in a 3v3, it's around equal, right? They're mid stronger, your top's weak, your top's stronger, your jungles are the exact same. So if everyone's equal, what does that mean? It's a coin flip. If you play this grub out scenario out of 100 times, I see it's gonna win 50 times, it's gonna lose 50 times, right? And if you take 50-50s all day every day, that's how people have 50% win rate because the 50% of the games that the grub fight works out is the games you win, and the 50% that they don't work out is the games you lose, right? And anytime you ask yourself, how do I avoid 50-50s? How do I avoid, play for guaranteed plays? The answer just goes to go for guarantees, which is if he does grubs right now, then no one's here to protect these camps, so the camps are guaranteed, right? Even better, or in this case, I know that this guy's here, but let's say this guy was Balian. Even then, if you go for a gank bot or a dive bot, it's a 3v2 because the jungle can't be on grubs and protect Balian. It's impossible, right? So that means a bot play is
Yeah.
guaranteed. Any fight here that happens, next to 40 seconds he's on grubs is a winning fight because you have number advantage. Same with the camps, anything that goes happen here because he won't be there to defend, right? So that's how you play for guaranteed golden XP leads. Well, this is just going to be a coin flip. Now, especially that you see Senna, now it went from a coin flip to now it's like less than a coin flip. Now it's like 30-70. If you play this fight 100 times, you probably win at 30%. You lose at 70 because now they have number advantage. They have support here. You don't have your support here. So this isn't actually a 3v3 anymore. It's a 4v3. They have 4 people top side, top, jungle, mid, support. You have 3 people top side, top, jungle, mid. So I see this now, especially you see this. I say, okay, you can have the grubs, bro. All good. I'm stacking dragons. I could give a fuck about grubs. Time to go and now diving boss guarantees it's 3v1. How the fuck can their AD carry live 3v1 dive versus versus FiddleSticks ult, right? Um, and if he's not staying in the tower and he's just AFK in base, well now my AD carry is going to have like a 20-30 CS lead because their AD carry is just not farming. So you see how it's like you have it's guaranteed wins. You have guaranteed camps, or you have guaranteed dive, or if camps are all down and he's not under tower, well you still have guaranteed advantage in the sense of the AD carry is just not farming or playing the game, and he's probably tilting as well. Make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
League is really all about just trying to give yourself as many high percent win chances as possible, like, in other words, guarantees. Which in this case, a higher percent chance where you get more golden XP would just be playing at the bot side and leaving this way earlier and leaving. You end up not fighting it, thank God. I'm scared that you would have fought it if Jax didn't die and you only realized, oh shit, Jax dead, I guess I won't fight. Because to me, your body language to me shows, oh, you wanted to fight this grub. And only after you saw Jax die, which is now really obvious that's a losing fight, now you decide not to. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Unless we decide to give it, go to our camps, do our camps, not play into his camps. Probably a bit overkill. Also, if you're gonna ult, I would always just ult from here or here. There's no reason to come from here, right? I'd rather come from behind them, ult over this wall.
Yeah.
Ult over this wall. I see no reason why you'd ult over this wall. It's just, behind. Because here, if you come from behind, at least maybe you could have got 2. Like if you're here right now, and we obviously go, you just ult now, right? And then they don't need you to 2v1 this guy, right? Because also if you keep your ult after this guy dies, you could just, let's say you never ulted, now you could just stay and now you could 3v1 this guy again. Same logic. The jungle's top, the support's dead. How's even that ult? Loki, yeah, should still dive 3v1 because you don't even need ult. It's gonna be Maokai W into Fiddle Q. It's gonna be like 4 seconds of CC. The guy can't play the game. And who's gonna save him? Their jungle's top, their mid's top. Their mid's dead, their top's top, and their support's dead. So no one can save him. He's by himself. This should be a 3v1 dive right now. Make sense?
Yeah.
There's nothing more OP in League than number advantage. In this case, you have number advantage. But anyway, we cleared down. Good. Glad we're not skipping camps. Look for an ult mid. Decide it's bad. Now we play for this dragon. Twitch
Yeah. This was a bad
dies.
call.
Yeah, here's just Twitch dead. Again, nothing more OP number advantage, and right now they have numbers advantage. It's that simple.
I'm not sure why I tried to force this.
Yeah, I think again it's all about trading and recognizing numbers. In this case, they have 4 people bot side. So what does that mean? That means same logic before. Any play top side's winning. That means you could base way earlier.
Yeah.
Like I'd base the second Twitch dies because the second Twitch dies here. You instantly know. You base right now because you instantly know there's no way I'm fighting dragon with Twitch dead, or I should. You insta base right now, and you're just instantly sprinting to top crab or instantly sprinting to his gromp, right? And if their top laner decides to walk up like this, we're ulting over this wall and getting a free kill top, and it's a free kill because it's 2v1 because no one can help him.
Yep.
Make sense? So it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
exact same as the grub thing. Like, okay, this fight's actually less than 50-50. But even if it was 50-50, I would still play the trade because the trade's guaranteed. You're going to either guarantee his camps or guarantee top kill because there's nothing more OP number advantage. Because I want to imagine a world right now, you're hitting top crab right now. And now you're hitting Gromp. And now we're ulting over this wall right now and diving Rise 2v1. Completely possible, right? If you're right here. Even if he's full HP, I think you can still die because Fiddle Fear into Jaxi, he's just perma CC'd and dying. And if Jax is strong, he has Triforce. He's gonna do good damage. Okay, clear down. You see, it's like Jax ends up dying. I think it's not your fault he got solo kill, but this is avoidable. You could have stopped this from happening, you know. Get a kill top, nice. Do your bot camps. Cross into top side. That's where our next camp spawn. Nice. When this guy dies, I think you just insta go pull Herald right now, right? Because you see everything. Vex dead, Cod dead, Senna mid, Vayne bot. The only person that could be stop you on Herald is Rise. But if Rise tries to hit you on Herald, Jax will just come down. You guys will 2v1 them, right? So I think it's just a free Herald.
Yeah,
I think also came out.
I'm pretty sure I just go straight drag.
Yeah, I think because bounties are up. Also, you have so much more. I would never fight dragon. First of all, you're never fighting dragon when you're ult down. Agreed?
Yeah.
You're also never fighting dragon until you spend your money because you have 2,000 gold, and Leandre's is 2.1, so you have item and base. So, I mean, Blackfire and Leandre's is both 2.1, so you have after one camp or two camps, you'll have black and you'll have your item. So in this case, you just start Herald right now, and either way, like let's say Herald takes, I don't think it's gonna take this long, but let's say it takes 25 seconds. I don't think it's that long, but I'm making it longer for my point. You agree it would take 25 or less, right? So
Yeah.
if you start Herald, uh, so Dragon spawns in 34. Again, you're not fighting it until you have ult up, which is 50 seconds. Dragon, so let's do the math. It takes Herald 25 seconds to kill. By then, your ult's up in 25 seconds. Then it takes you, let's say you insta base the dragon, it takes 8 seconds to base. By then, the dragon's up in 18 seconds. And then again, it literally takes you 15 seconds to run from base to fountain, right? Sorry, from fountain to river. So if you do Herald right away and then insta base, then you're showing up to dragon when you're ult spawning either way, and which is all you that's like the time limit for you to get there because you're never it doesn't matter to be there earlier because you're not fighting without your ult up. See what I mean? So you have the time to
Yeah.
do Herald here, and then obviously Herald plus Scuttle gives you your item. And even now, you have to base here. Even though you're ult up, there's no way you're fighting with this much money. It's impossible. Especially if you had like 5-0 mid laner, 5-0 bot laner, 5-0 top laner, and that means what does that mean? That means your team is strong enough where they don't have to rely on your strength, and your items don't matter. We could literally sell malignants, and you could and just your body being here is enough, right? In this case, it's the complete opposite. Your entire team's fucking useless. You're actually the strongest person. What does that mean? That means your team has to rely on your strength to win the fight. You have to be strong. Because if you're not strong, then no one's strong because everyone else is weak, right? And then we're not winning a fight. Everyone on our team is weak. So because you're the strong guy and we're trying to use your lead or your goal to win the fight, you have to be at your strongest. You have to have perfect conditions. What does perfect conditions mean? Full HP, full mana, flash up, ult up, all your money spent. If you have all those things, you're therefore perfect conditions. And if you are your team's messiah, you need your conditions to be as good as possible to impact the fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. They just delivered my food. Anyways,
Oh, that's no problem.
everything makes sense though.
Yeah, everything makes sense so far, yeah.
Sounds good. Let me watch the salt. This guy's not paying attention. That's fucking awesome. Fight looks good. No, fight look good. In this case, though, the gold does not matter. This guy invaded you. Okay, I mean, you just shouldn't walk back in. It's not too complicated.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Then you did a good job living. You walked out. Just obviously flashing sucks. Especially for a champ like FiddleSticks, it's way bigger of a deal compared to like a champ like Viego, you know, because your entire kit is around flash ulting in. You know, if you don't have flash ult, you're pretty useless for fights. So, but really good. Good ult mid, double kill, get your camps. This guy keeps invading you.
Yeah, this was just bad pathing by me. I
Yeah,
seen
I mean,
that they took the vision, and then I
not,
walked basically
and
into
not
them.
even that. You used to even see Khazix W, so you know this guy's.
Yeah.
I always like to say though, as well. I'm a big analogy guy. I like to compare. Like, so in this case, you have a friend of yours, Joe, and Joe's always 10 minutes late to everything. He's always late. You've known your fucking entire life. This guy's never been in time for anything, you know? And then I ask you tomorrow, like, yo, if you have to bet, do you think Joe will be on time or not on time? He's gonna be late. In this case, this guy has already shown a habit of evading you. Humans are just creatures of habit. Joe's late not because he's a bad guy. It's his habit to, not pay attention to the fucking clock when he has plans. But so in this case, this guy's made it a habit. He's gonna invade you. He just invaded you and red a minute ago. You see his W now, so you know he's here. I think it's just safe to assume he's probably gonna keep playing to invade me. So your default should always be the safe path. If you've never been invaded, I think it's fine to walk this left path, which is more aggressive, because he's never invaded you. So like, why would he start now, 20 minutes in? You know, it's not a science or anything. It's just try to, you know, track their patterns and use that to your advantage. In this case, he's invaded you all game. You saw him. They saw the thing. There's like every signal is flashing. He's probably going to invade, and you're just going the most egregious path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it's like a lot of bad coaches. They just say things towards this one specific situation. Like, oh yeah, obviously don't pat that way because they could be there. It's such a fucking nothing burger thing. It's about like taking advice for your future games, and for future games, try has something to do with invading. It could be about anything. Like for example, like you should always full clear, but for some certain champions, I will level 2 or level 3 gank them because those people that play those champions have shown a habit. For example, Draven players, everyone knows, kind of play like psychopaths. Draven players are always over aggressive, pushing, tilt very hard, don't ward, stuff like this, right? These are like stereotypes, but they are stereotypes for a reason. They're usually true, right? In that case, so versus a champ like Draven, you might be more prone to maybe skipping a camp or two to gank them because after thousands of games playing League, hundreds of games playing for Draven, they consistently die to ganks because they play overly aggressive, you know? So just about recognizing players' habits, champions' habits, right? Like Shaco, Belveth's like to level 1 invade all the time. Shaco players like to level 3 gank all the time. And when you like start tracking these people's patterns and habits, you'll just do way better against them. Make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, in this case, Khazix has been evading you, so should not be surprised he's evading, and we should have the safe path auto like as a default in our heads. Salt was good, got a kill, got a flash. Look top lane, nothing to do, and they're fighting, so you're here. You see, I think this isn't unfortunate. I don't think this is your fault at all. Just noticed slightly late, but I think it did happen. Oh, you didn't even die. Okay, that's chill. Play for Dragon. Kha'Zix is dead for Dragon. Awesome. Wonderful. Clear up. I think you have item. You should base out Shadow Flame, but you have item. Anytime you have a big spike, Death Cap in inventory, Shadow Flame in inventory, any completed item, to be honest, unless there's something very urgent happening on the map right now, which you can respond to. Let's say Twitch is fighting mid right now, right? Dragon just spawned. Unless there's a very big urgent, obvious urgent play, anytime you have a complete item, you should always base. In this case, there's nothing urgent. The only urgent play is top fighting, but you'll never make it in time for this top fight, right? So you should just base. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I lied. I said that, you actually did make it. But the point stands. It was wrong in this instance, but the point stands, for future points. Okay, nice. Kill. Show up here. We ultra spawn. Look to ult over this wall. Double kill. Vayne and Khazix are double killed. Nice Q. Push him into you. Not double kill. I don't. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think you play. Pretty sure you play that mechanically perfectly. Just you didn't die. It happens. No complaints. You should definitely ult this guy. 100% though. And you see him walking in, and obviously, um, Maokai's going to CCM QW. I insta start your ult right now. Boom. Or Q ult. I think EW is really pointless, right? Because if you kill this
Yeah.
guy, it's basically Baron. At this point late in the game, and you get a pick, especially a jungler, you just instantly pull Baron because they have no smite, right? Looks like he still died. But I think you should ult earlier for sure.
Yeah, I didn't catch anyone with that
And
ult
now
that I actually done.
spamming Baron. Perfect. Base play for Dragon. Perfect. I think buy a pink ward here too, just for shits and giggles. Pull Dragon. Pull it out. Jax kills Kha'Zix for free. And then we end it. No, not for your VOD. Not a bad first VOD. I think it's very typical, like, quote unquote problems. Like, I think trading, like just being faster to like it's not early game. I think mid game you actually play great. Uh, I think early game is just early mid game. It's identifying numbers. When you're down numbers, don't fight. When you're up numbers, fight. That simple. Being more open to trading, and cross mapping, right? Not taking 50-50s. Like Grub was 50-50. The other play, I forgot that you took another fight that was 50-50, and just realizing that, like, okay, if we are down numbers, or the enemy team is up numbers, or there's a good trade play, unless you're really strong. When you're 6-0, then fuck trading, why not fight? But obviously, early game you weren't super fed, so your default should be trading, especially on a champ like FiddleSticks who wants level 6, wants level 11, wants 1 item, wants 2 item. You're not exactly like a Elise who loves to fight level 4 with components, you know? So I think just being more open to trading, paying way more attention to numbers advantage, and then learning enemies' habits from what they're doing. I think those are like my biggest takeaways.